Recording. Ding, 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 ding. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Power of Toastmasters 99, 11/11/2023. Before we start our speakathon, let's give yourself a big round of applause. And you may find my voice today is really like a man's voice. Please forgive me. But the good thing is I feel enough now. No longer never good enough. And I want to thank all of you for being a part of my comrade to help me along the journey. And that's why the purpose of our Power of Toastmasters 99 is really to showcase the camaraderie between the Ardent members and also members who are beyond Ardent. So the very important message we want to bring out to the world, we are all Toastmasters wanting to make our world a better place by giving speeches and certainly very insightful evaluation. Today is very special because the program is designed differently compared to last program. Having said that, it's so important to capture everybody as well. So if you are able to, I'll ask my official camera lady, Helena, to help us to take the Photoshop. I can take as well. And if you are able to turn on your camera, we will do a very, very energized pose, whatever that word energized means to you. Certainly never fall short of hand gestures.
Pat, if you're able to, did Sham switch off the camera? She's again gone. She's in another meeting at the same time.
That's okay. We take a photo now because
or is it off? Is it on or off? I don't know.
Yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tracy is able to turn on her video.
I think she can't, so it's okay. Simone, maybe not.
Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, ready. Sorry, I need to look at the buttons because this is my home. Okay, ready. Wait. Where's the button?
Yeah, take your time.
Wait.
We are all looking for the
button.
button.
Sorry for that. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile.
Yay!
Okay. Let me check whether it's okay. Yeah. Maybe one more. Okay, ready?
Okay, hold on. Oh, wait one moment. I'm about to join the meeting using my computer. Give me one.
Yes.
Just a few seconds. Yeah.
Few seconds. 3 and 2.
Okay, ready? 1.
No.
1, 2.
Simone is not in yet.
Wait. Okay.
Okay, it's connecting. Hold on. Wait for the host.
Good.
I see that.
Yes. Danusi is here. Danusi, you can on your camera. Yay. This is so good.
Daphne just joined, right?
Yeah. Yay.
And we can have everyone here. Okay, ready? Daphne, you want to turn on your video?
Yay, Simone, Daphne.
Okay,
hey,
ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Is all good, Helena?
Yeah. Post it in this group.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we are going to kickstart our Power of Toastmasters 99 session. Give yourself a big round of applause again. Woohoo! Introducing our timer. Now she has turned herself green color. Thank you so much, Daphne. She's now yellow. She's got the most amazing virtual background that I want to borrow from her later. But thank you so much for being our timer. So Mariana's speech, you can go for 10 minutes. So 8 would be green, 9 yellow, and 10 red. And there will also be a 3 to 5 Q&A, 3 green, 4 yellow, 5 and red. And with this, we want to certainly welcome our first timer all the way from Sri Lanka, Danusi, to be here with us. Hi, Danusi. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Disney Patricia. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's very special meeting for me. Thank you again for inviting me.
Yes, we are very excited to have everybody. Yes. So I think since we have a little bit of time, maybe just go one round, introduce yourself in 10 seconds. Okay, let's give it a try. Tanisa, would you like to try first?
Hi everyone, my name is Tinisha and I'm from Malaysia. And currently I am aspiring to be a trainer in mental health.
Thank you. Jay?
Hi all, I'm Jai Narayan. I'm joining the meeting from Bangalore in South India. I'm a member of the District 51 Royal Premier Toastmasters, Patricia's Club. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Followed by Herlina. Simone?
Hi, my name is Helena from Advanced ArdentSpeakers Toastmasters Club. Yeah, currently working as an engineer.
Engineer. And Simone, followed by Daphne.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Simone. I'm located in District 67, Taiwan. I'm a member of many districts, 5 districts right now, 9 clubs. Thank you.
And Daphne?
Hello everyone, I'm Daphne and I'm a member of this ArdentSpeakers.
Thank you, Daphne. I think Swissy may not be convenient. And of course, our keynote speaker, but I am going to do the introduction. We are so honored to have Mariana Buka all the way from the Niagara Falls. And she's here to share with us the power of nutrition. And we all know without nutrition, we can't really enjoy life and do the things we are passionate about. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest round of applause will go to our keynote speaker, Mariana Buka. Woohoo! Over to you, Mariana.
Can you see my screen properly?
Yes, very
Perfect.
good.
Thank you very much. About 20 years ago, I had a coffee with a friend, and she was telling me her story that she had these horrible migraine headaches once or twice a week. You know, those kind of migraine headaches that you have to close the door, dark the room, and pull the cover over your head, and it's still nothing helps. And of course, she went to her doctor, and they did all kind of testing. And they told her, well, nothing is wrong with you. So here's this pill, and manage it. And that's what she did, but it didn't help. As we were talking, I asked her, and tell me, how much water do you drink? And she looked at me, and she said that, well, I have my tea every day, and I have a glass or 2 water throughout the day. And I told her that, oh, that is not enough. It's way too little. Your body needs water. Our body is 70% water. You have to drink more. And so I told her, and why am I talking about water when we are talking about nutrition today? I was invited to talk about the power of nutrition. But what is really nutrition? If we look at the dictionary, it's a process of providing or obtaining food necessary for health. That sounds like a very simple thing, yet we are not always clear about. And nutrition is an amount of nutrients and now we are going into a bit of details. What is nutrients? And let's see. Nutrients is a substance that nourishes our body. And then you might ask, when we're talking about nutrition and nutrients, we think about food. But really, the most important nutrients is oxygen. If you look at this table, and don't spend too much time going through the details of the table, because I will put it in a chat after my speech. But the most of our body contains is oxygen. For an average body, it's 43 pounds of oxygen. And then hydrogen, which is water. It's simple. And besides that, we have tons of minerals in our body. So if we look at nutrients, number one nutrients in our life is oxygen. Try to go without it, not gonna work. After 5 minutes, you're done. So though it's not a traditional nutrient, but don't forget, you have to breathe all the time, and not just little bit. You have to have some deep breathing regularly to strengthen your lungs and your body, hence your health. And then a second most important nutrient is water, what we were talking about. How important is that to drink every day at least 10 cups of water? And I tell you, my friend listened to me, and she started drinking more water. That was the only change she did to her life. And her migraines dissipated from 1 to twice a week to once to twice a year.
Oh.
That is a magic of water. That is a magic of nutrients, nutrition. So, but the most important part, what we usually think about nutrients, is food. And when I'm thinking about food, I think about this beautiful, colorful plate. And what that means, that we have to get our nutrients, our nutrition from the food sources. Now, what that means? Probably get it from natural sources. And we have to ditch highly processed food. I'm not going to go into what processed food means. I think we all know the convenience of packaged food. But we have to get our food from nature. And the good way, rule of thumb, is to recognize, if it's recognizable, like an egg, then you can eat it. It's safe to eat. Now, when we're talking about protein, and I put first as food in nutrients a protein, because we all need protein to build our body, to keep our body healthy, our cells, because everything is, our whole body is protein-based. So you have to eat that at least 5 to 20% of your diet should contain protein. 5 to 20, that's a big difference. It depends your age, your occupation, your activity level. You have to watch out for those. The next nutrient we all love is carbohydrates. And some people say that, oh, we don't need that. Yes, we do, because carbohydrates keep the fiber part of our diet. And without fiber, there is no number 2. You know what is number 2, right? I don't have to spell it out. So you need fiber. You can eat as much carbohydrate as you want, as long as you can recognize the carbohydrates as a whole food, a banana, an apple, a broccoli. Even a grain is a good carbohydrate. Oreo cookies, McDonald's, I might not suggest to eat too much of those. But you have to have enough carbohydrate to provide you with enough fiber. What is enough fiber? At least 35 grams. To my clients, I say, you have to eat 50 grams of fiber every day. And that will assure, with the right amount of water, that you will go to the bathroom, to have your number 2. And that's important. And there is a third part of our nutrient base, and that is fat, which then again, some people like, some people don't like it. But then again, we need it. But we don't need an over-processed fat. Get your fat from fish, from avocado, from seeds, coconut, and then you stay healthy, because that is the power of nutrition. If you eating this kind of foods, then you can replenish your body needs of macronutrients and micronutrients, and you will have everything, because illness comes when these nutrients are missing. And the easiest way to get it from whole food. And I would like to finish up with a quote from Michael Pollan, and that would be my best advice. Eat food, not too much, mostly plants. And that can get you forward to your health. It can get you back to health if you straight away, and that should be on your kitchen counter. Eat food, not too much, mostly plants. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, what a powerful speech. We are reminded to eat food, not too much, which is so difficult for me, because thinking my own lifestyle, I tend to overeat until I'm like even more than 100% full. And I know some of our audience do have questions. I've seen Simone Nash raise her hand already. So now it's the Q&A. We will gladly take 2 questions from you. And Daphne, if possible, we'd like to have you to put the raise hand button so that you'll be located on the left-hand side for the speaker to see you later. Thank you so much. Simone, go ahead with your question to our expert, Mariana Buka. Take it away.
Yep, thank you. And thank you, Mariana. So I am vegetarian, so I do struggle to make sure I have enough protein. What advice would you have for a vegetarian?
Well, thank you very much for the question, Simon. I am a semi-vegetarian. I don't like to put myself in any box, but I, as we call it nowadays, plant-based. So my food is coming at least 90% from fruits and vegetables or plants. And I don't have a worry about it because we have plenty of protein. Just think about it. What counts is the density of the food. If you eat meat, yes, it has a lot of protein, but you eat 100 grams of meat and then you feel full. But if you can eat like a pound of fruits and vegetables, and that has equivalent or amount of protein if you do it right. You do have to do your research that what has how much. I love quinoa, which is a complete protein. My number 1 favorite food is sunflower seed. And I tell you why, and I will have a presentation on it one day, but I make my very own sunflower oil, which means I press the seed, I get my oil, which I use for cooking, and what's left over, that is protein and fiber, pure and simple. And 100 grams of this protein powder, which I made, and I know it's not processed outside of pressing the oil out. Now it's low calorie. 100 grams has over 40 grams of protein and 20 grams of fiber. So if I don't have time to count or just look around, then I just make sure I have at least 100 grams of protein of sunflower powder. So but there is many ways to go about it. Grains are full of protein, beans, lentils. So there is opportunity. You just have to figure out and look which one is full protein, which means all the amino acid our body cannot make, it's there. But if it's not, that's not a problem, because that's what we did throughout thousands of years. That originally, if you look at it, we pair rice with other vegetables, just to bring out the protein and make sure it's whole protein. And in Europe, where I grew up, we had the grain and we had potatoes. In Mexico, they have the corn and they use lots of vegetables with it to balance it out. So it's not hard, but when you start vegetarian diet, you might have to do a research and check. And nowadays, that is the good about technology. If you see any food that you're interested, just type into your phone and it will bring up all the nutrition information you have to know. The protein, which is important, and the fiber. And these two are the main importance. The rest will just fall in place.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank
Thank you so much. We really learned a lot from Mariana because of time constraint. So we will keep the questions probably later if we have time. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Mariana a big round of applause. Thank you so much for sharing with us the food of nutrition. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on with our first speaker, and we are very happy. Daphne, thank you so much for serving as a timer, but now I'm going to serve you. And Daphne will be delivering her very important speech in effective coaching. And to evaluate Daphne would be our very experienced life coach, Charmaine Lee. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Daphne on the virtual stage with the speech title, Step by Step. Daphne, step by step, 5 to 7 minutes.
Before I start, may I request for the screen sharing?
Yes. Hold on. Let me do that. Thank you.
This is a picture that I want to show you because it actually relates to the reaching a consensus project that I'm going to share with you. As you can see in the picture, there are adults and there are children. And there is a signboard over here, which is actually referring to a grand ancestral house signboard. And with that, I'll come back. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever participated in an event that involves not only adults, but children as well? Well, the picture that I showed you, we were in the same uniform, and it was actually an annual event in Penang, whereby we have to present the cultural heritage during the Chinese New Year. And that was something that I managed, or I had the opportunity to lead the team into discussion and reaching consensus on what we were supposed to do to present what has been entrusted to us. That was, we were entrusted to share with the public, our stakeholder, one of our stakeholders, and the tourists as well, some iconic historical figure in Penang, which is never mentioned in the history book. Without history book reference, where can we look for the information? Basically, the guy that we had to share, or the man, Mr. Tan Sin Cheng, his name was Tan Sin Cheng. We had to share about him. He has his descendant in Singapore, Hong Kong, and China, but not in Malaysia because he got punished by the British government in the 1940s. So we faced a difficulty when we wanted to present him to the public. And we have many stakeholders. As I mentioned just now, it includes the public, and we have the cultural inheritance group that we were responsible to report to because they are the organizer of the event. And we have the Penang state government, another stakeholder. Of course, not forgetting our fellow members and the children and their parents. They are also stakeholders. We to not only have to take care of ourselves, how we are going to present the things or the story about this Mr. Tan Shin Cheng, but we have to take care of the children as well. So me and my team, that were the adults in the photos, we had a few rounds of meeting in deciding how were we going to present. Initially, we faced problem because we do not know him, to be honest, because I read the national school history books and he was never mentioned in the book. And we have to look for people, look for sources where to gather this information. I was lucky in the sense that one of the seniors, that means the one who had organized the event in the previous year, gave me a tip who to refer to get the information. And I was so fortunate that I managed to meet the lady, Dr. Kim, during an event. I managed to get the information. And back to our team. Because Mr. Tan, he was born in the end of 19th century. And he was one of the important figures who helped the upheaval of 1911 fight against the Manchu government, because he and another 3 Penang guys or businessmen supported the last one time for Mr. Sun Yat-sen, and he managed to successfully create the upheaval in China after 7 failures. Now, so he is such an important person, this Mr. Tan. In our meeting, we noticed how to present him, someone who is unknown to the younger generation. How should we go about it? So I managed to get the book from Dr. Kim because she did a research. She interviewed his descendant, and we discussed among our team. Among our team, we have Roger, and then we have Queenie and Pei Yun. Of course, apart from, we are the key figures in organizing the project, and we were supported by Xiao Xin and another fifth former. What we managed is that in our first round, we decided, because of his business, charcoal, importing it from Burma, how are we going to present? Cannot present. We look at his other business, rubber plantation and trading. Initially, we decided to show some rubber sheet to have the rubber sheet presented. Unfortunately, to get that items, I have to travel to and fro about 300 kilometers. So we actually decided not to proceed with it. But based on the story that we managed to obtain from the book, we decided to get the children to help narrate the story of Mr. Tan while we were on the poster. Were there any disagreement among ourselves? Well, initially, it was because we came from the different background. We did not know each other until we formed the team. Basically, many of us are not really from the island where the event was to be. So we have to decide where to conduct our meeting. Eventually, we decided still, because the venue would be on the island, we decided to have it there. Did we encounter many obstacles when handling our discussion on our plan? Basically, yes, because some of us are not really into preparing the children to narrate the stories. And one of us, we were fortunate, one of the recent graduate, she shared with us, she can actually do some write-up based on the story and then let the children narrate it in a fun way. which will be remade. And because of the time is up, I will have to keep it to the rest and share the rest later in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daphne. Thank you for sharing with us some very, very important historical fact that I was never aware of. And of course, some of our members and our evaluators may have some encouraging words for Daphne as well. Go ahead and type it in the chat box while Shamini will be getting ready her evaluation in 30 seconds. Go ahead and give Daphne some encouraging words or some very important lesson that you took from Daphne. Daphne, would you be evaluating Shamini? I mean, timing. Sorry.
I mean, okay.
Oh my God. I mean, you work so hard. I'm
Worried
so
there.
sorry.
I got worried
Yeah.
there.
But I know Sham is ready, so let's welcome Sham.
All right. Yeah, Daphne, everybody. This is so interesting because I have no idea of this Mr. Tan, and that he was actually negated by the British from the history annals of Malaysia. I mean, that's so sad. If someone who had actually done a lot in a certain uprising, I guess, there was a lot of politics involved and all that. So it's very interesting to know about that. So Daphne, I think you brought out a very interesting topic that is relevant to some of us here in this room because we are from Malaysia and Penang as well. I mean, some are from Penang as well. So this is interesting, very interesting. The second thing is what was the event? What was it about? It was about honoring someone from the past and how it was going to affect so many generations, like present and the future generations in that society. So that's also another thing that's so important, cultural heritage. And I think that was really good in the way you brought it. The third thing I liked about you, your speech, Daphne, is you have this very pleasant personality. Like, when I'm looking at you, even if I don't know stuff which you're talking about, but I just like to listen to you because you're so good to listen to, right? And there's this authentic, sincere self that you project through while you're speaking that we know how you feel. Like you kind of took us to a little bit of a journey, like, the tough task of researching and trying to come to some consensus, as this speech is about consensus, coming to a consensus about how to handle things to, honor this person from the past. So those were the good things that I liked about your speech. Now, what I would have advised, what I would like to suggest to you is there was the presentation structure. Because, when you started, you suddenly showed it as a picture of about 3 generations of Chinese. And suddenly you stopped and said, and then you went into your story and there was no connection. And I'll come to it later, you said. So you must be very careful with the opening. I would suggest that you actually give an introduction to this great personality. So it takes us into why you are actually giving the speech, because this person has done something remarkable in the past. And that's why it was about honoring him. The second suggestion that I would give to you, Daphne, is the whole speech is coming to the consensus, but you had a lot of talk about the research that you had to do and all the steps you had to take. But the actual consensus, when a consensus is when there are disagreeing opinions or ways of thinking, and then you have to bring it together and how you settle it. So that part of your speech only came towards the latter part. So it wasn't showing that, that little bit of drama about the disagreements, like, and that should have been the primary part of your speech. So why this, why that, the different opinions. And then you came to the consensus in the end. And of course, you ran out of time. And because I'm running out of time, I thought it was a good speech. It has a lot of potential. And as always, I'd like to hear you speak. Back to you, Pat.
Thank you so much, Sham. It was so, in a way, enriching. And when I hear it, I feel so great because Sham's evaluation is always very encouraging and she really amplified, and there are so much goals in her evaluation. So I'm sure Daphne has taken a lot. And that's why Sham and Yeah, the next person, Jai, is going to evaluate our speaker number 2. Of course, it's so dear to my heart. She's our BPM, Helena. Today, she's doing her project focused on the positive. And her speech title is very intriguing. Helena, China, Helena. And to evaluate Helena, of course, it's Jay. And we know he's ever ready. Over to you, Helena.
Thank you, Pat. China. For your information, China is actually in my no-go bucket list country. I never want to go to China. I never want to step my foot in China. And why? Few years back, maybe not few years, I think 10 or 15 years back, I had friends traveling to China. All of them came with one common story: the toilet in China. I was told that the toilet in China, there was no walls, and you have to bring umbrellas whenever you go to the toilet in order to cover yourself. I can accept so many things in a country, but going to a toilet in that condition is totally something that I can't accept. And for that, I have put China into my no-go bucket list country. My life was all good and fine because I never want to go to China anyway, until this August. This August, my boss came and asked all the engineers in the company. Actually, we are working in a big project, and our yard is actually located in China. However, because I am being put into the engineering team, and we don't even have the need to go to China because only the team that is involved with the construction or also the commissioning team will go to China. And all the works we do by the engineering team is done in KL office. There's never a need for us to go to China. But then in August, my boss called all of us and informed us that we have to travel to China at the end of September and also in December. 2 trips in China this year because of audit. We have a big audit coming in December, and for that we have to be there. And in September, there is a mock-up audit, and we have to attend that as well. I was very surprised that I finally have to go to China. I met my boss, giving him so many excuses, asking him, begging him that I do not have to be in the list of the people that has to go to China. I told him that, probably you don't need me. My other colleagues can cover me. I mean, there are so many engineers in the company, right? Missing me would not mean that we are going to do badly in audit. However, my boss is really adamant and asking me, I have to be there, whatever it is. No excuses. Hence, with heavy heart and heavy body, I have to go to China. Before my trip to China, I have prepared myself mentally. I told myself, what happens in the toilet stays in the toilet. Nothing goes out from the toilet. That's what I told myself. Just keep yourself focused, okay, on other things, but not the toilet. But because of that, I have this fear, the trauma of going to the toilet. And then we reached China. Our yard is in Yantai. Yantai is a tier 3 city in China. In China, they have the tier 1, tier 2 city, and tier 3. And Yantai is the less developed city out of so many cities in China. I was surprised that when I go to the toilet in Yantai, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't what I thought it would be. I was very surprised. All this fear was actually for nothing. And suddenly I realized that I'm missing out a lot of things. Because of my fear of the toilet in China, I failed to realize that they have this Great Wall in China. They have the Forbidden Cities. They have Shanghai City. They have Beijing. They have so many great cities in China. And then there's so many things that we can do. The nature in China is everywhere I go, even though Yantai, not really a well-known city, but everything in Yantai is just so clean. And it is so safe. I can walk alone at night, at 10 or 12, and nobody will bother me. It is that safe. And there are CCTVs everywhere. Perhaps that's why it is very safe. Nobody wants to do bad things. Okay. And because of that, my perception has changed on China. Before this, I don't want to go to China. I don't want to have anything to do with China. But now I really look forward to all these great things in China. One thing I noticed about China, it is a very advanced country. China has two kings, WeChat and Alipay. Everywhere you go, with these two things, you can survive anywhere in China. You don't even need cash in China. And we don't have to need to download a lot of apps in China because everything is actually available in WeChat and Alipay. But the thing is, because they are too dependent on WeChat and Alipay, you can't actually live without these two apps. We have to have it no matter what. The buildings in China is so advanced. Most of them are very futuristic. And I'm telling you now, this is from Yantai. I have not been to any other cities in China yet, but I have heard from my friends that has been staying there for so long. They have been to Beijing, they have been to Shanghai, they have been to Guangzhou. There have been so many cities, and all the cities are great cities. Then I really should look forward to that cities. Now, instead of focusing on a toilet, there are a lot more things that I can focus on. Okay, technologies, the great cities, all the architectures in China and the natures. Because of me being shallow-minded and only focusing on the negative things, I miss out on all the great things in China. And because of that, I really look forward to my next trip in China in December. And now I also plan to have my personal trip, no longer a business trip. Hopefully next year, I'll go somewhere in China and enjoy my time in China. Yeah, I guess that's all for me. Over to you, Ben.
Wow, that's really amazing. A change of perspective and the view is totally changed. Thank you so much for sharing a very powerful message. I do believe a lot of us have a lot of takeaway. Private chat Herlina or give it in the chat box. Let her know how you have benefited from her speech. All right, and after 20 seconds, and Jay will be online and sharing his very impactful evaluation with Herlina, because Jay certainly has traveled a lot, and I do believe he will have his own share of fears as well. So I'm not going to talk too much now. Yes, go ahead and spend the rest of the 5 seconds in the chat box. And Jay, over to you.
May I start?
Yes, please.
First of all, Arlena, Sheshe, for sharing that very interesting story with all of us and your experience. What did I like about your speech and what could you have done a little better? I'm going to base my evaluation on your title, China. So I got 3 things that stood out for me, which was C, H, and I. And what were they, Arlena? They were your opening connection with all of us in making me at least lean forward a bit when you said China, and you paused. And I was thinking, what is she going to talk about? And then you said something very interesting, which was, it is on my not to go bucket list country. Wow, I've never heard of such a bucket list. I have a bucket list full of countries I must visit. I don't have one with countries I will not visit. So I thought that was very interesting. See your connection in terms of how you started the content of your story. H, I loved your underlying humor. One of my favorites from your speech or delivery today was when you said the toilets in China you heard were not so well clean or whatever. So you had to hover over it using an umbrella. It brought me the image of Mary Poppins, if you know that picture. So I was imagining Mary Poppins, yourself, Arlena, with an umbrella hovering about the toilet. All right. So I thought your humor was very good, and you used it in parts with your vocal variety and voice modulation. And I was the interest that you created in describing all the various parts of China, the technology and everything else, besides, of course, the toilet, and how you said that the perception was wrong. So it's very good takeaway message for all of us that our perceptions sometimes can be misled by what we hear from other people, what we watch sometimes, or what we read in books, but it is totally different when we actually experience it. So I thought that was a very interesting way to tell us that our experience is what matters. What could you have done a little better? That will be the N and the A of my evaluation, Arlena. And that is, N, what is the necessity for us to have a positive mindset in life? That was not powerfully communicated to, at least not me. Why should I have this kind of an outlook of optimism and positivity, necessity?
Yellow.
And would be, what action do I need to take? That means if I had to change my way of thinking, what should I do starting today? If you could give us some examples rather than narrating the entire speech just based on your travel, it would have been great. Having said all that, great connection with the audience, wonderful underlying humor, very intriguing story, little necessity to be added as to why we should be positive and what action we can take, CHINA. I am positive that the next time you deliver your speech, it's going to be so much better. Wonderful one. Great job. Thank you for taking me on your journey. Back to you, Pat.
Wow,
Thanks, Jai.
amazing. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you, thank you. I really like that connection between you and her. Like, oh, let's go China all together. Okay, now we're going to move on to our third speaker. She's so close to my heart. She's been a baby sister of mine for the past many months now, and she's always passionate about human development. And today she's going to share with us her communication style with the topic, the way of water. And to evaluate Tanisa, we are so honored to have our immediate past president, the Nusi from Sri Lanka, from a club called Voice Your Dream, Toastmasters Club. And we are very happy to have you. So with this, Tanusha, are you ready? Yes. All right. Yes, Tanusa, go. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I need to apologize because today, for some reason, my tongue is not working very well. Okay, let's put our hands together to welcome speaker number 3. Tanisa, the way of water, the way of water, Tanisa. Take it away.
Water teaches us acceptance and surrender. Accept what is within your control and surrender to what is beyond your control. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters and family all around the world. Today, I will be talking about my communication style. But before I begin to talk about water, let me talk about briefly the 4 elements that make up the entire planet. We have the air nomads or the air communicators. And the way they communicate is that they are very visionaries. They have a lot of ideas. And sometimes you will know because they love to talk and then they don't listen much. But they're very excited individuals, extroverted. When it comes to their weaknesses, sometimes they need to calm themselves down a little bit so that they can learn to listen better. The second communicators are the fire people. These are the ones that we call our leaders. Without them, there would be no action. They are the spark and they are the passion of every company. And they are very direct, very blunt, very honest. So if you want to talk to a fire person, make sure you're straight to the point, or else they're not going to listen to you. The weaknesses of the fire people are that maybe you might come off as kind of intimidating, sometimes a little bit rude. So calm yourself down a little bit. Next, we have the earth people. The earth people are very grounded. If you want to talk to them, you need to get your facts right. Make sure that you have all the data ready. They love numbers and they love graphs and charts. Their weaknesses? They're kind of a little bit too much in their box. Not really flexible. That is why they need the next and the final element, which is water. I have always and am a water person, and a person like me, I love harmony. So I'm going to talk about my strengths and my weaknesses. Of course, I can't be always all about the strengths, right? So when it comes to my strengths, I love harmony. I'm very flexible. I love that all my elements all get along. Why? It's because I don't just use one version, which is water, Sometimes I also need a little bit of air, sometimes a little bit of fire, and a little bit of earth as well. But let's just talk about water. There are 3 stages of water which I learned in science. Water in its ice form, water in the form of air, molecules, particles in the air, which is oxygen, and last but certainly not least, water in its liquid form, the one that we need in order for us to even stay alive. 70% of our body is made out of water, and it's not just normal water, it's actually salt water, which is why we need to drink a lot of water, as mentioned by Mariana earlier. So now let me tell you how flexible I am. See, if you take water here and you stick it in this, say red is a very angry element. It's like anger and there's war. If you pour my energy inside fire, I can tone them down. I can bring them down. I can calm them down. If you put me in a different situation, maybe another container like this, how am I going to shape myself? No problem. I'm flexible enough to change as I wish. If you throw me into a bigger ocean, no problem. Bigger ocean it is. Bring it on. A bigger container. I have now become this container as well. Look how powerful and flexible water can be. Look how harmonious this energy as a leader can be if it can bring all 4 elements harmoniously as one. Strengths, no problem. What about my weaknesses though? Now this is something very difficult for me to say because we all want to talk about how amazing and how positive we are, but that's not how we all are we? There is a part of me that can turn into ice, almost like a block of wood. When that happens, it almost means that I'm an unfeeling communicator. I don't even care anymore. My leader did this to me, the company did that to me. It's not even an encouraging environment. Hey, what did I do as a water person? I shut down completely. I turn into ice. My heart no longer beats. I no longer have any feeling. But is that who I truly am though? Not really. Another version of me, air. Molecule particles in the air in the form of oxygen all over the place. Why? It's because maybe the organization, the friends and family and my environment don't allow me to give me the best mentorship and the coaching that I need to be a better person. They don't even tell me how to focus. So what happens? I'm all over the place. I'm here, I'm there, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So what happens? I totally scatter as water. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I love my form in this form. My strengths. The most beautiful form of water is not only that it is life. It brings life, it brings harmony, and not only that, it also brings peace and guarantees peace for all. So I end my speech by saying, will you try the way of water today? Back to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tanisa. Let us all be like water. I remember this was also one of the quotes by Bruce Lee. And of course, to evaluate Tanisa, I'm very excited right now because, yes, Danusi is going to evaluate. And let's give 20 seconds to give Tanisa some feedback from the audience. What do you really like about Tanisa's speech? Go ahead and send her your comments in the box. Or you can private chat her or WhatsApp her as well. So very interesting communication style, a combination for sure. All right, now I'm very, very excited and at the same time, very intrigued by Danusi. Danusi, you'll be evaluating Tanisa. So over to you, Danusi. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Can I spotlight me? Toastmaster Patricia, can you spotlight me? Yeah, thank you very much. Toastmaster Tanisha, "Oi, what's a wonderful speech. You conduct the speech very well. You successfully complete your level 2 project 2 in effective coaching pathway. It was about understanding your communication skills. I love the way you start your speech. I love it very much. When doing a speech, we need to think about three parts of the speech. First one, start of the speech. Second one, content of the speech. Third one, end of the speech. If we can use different special way to start your speech, then we can grab the attention of the audience. It is very much should have fruitful content of our speeches. Then audience will actively listen to your speech. That is also very much important. Third point is end of the speech. Always we need to try to give good message to the audience through our speeches. I'm happy to say you covered these all 3 points. That is very good point. Your start is very good. You use different way to start your speech. You didn't just jump into the topic. Start is very much important. You could grab your attention of the audience. You grab my attentions as well as the content of the speech is also very much important, very much good. You talk about communication patterns. That is also very good. Third one, end of the speech. You try to give good message to the audience at the end of your speech. That is the thing we want. We need to try to give good message to the audience through our speeches. So I'm happy to say you covered these all 3 points. Your start, content, end of the speech are very good. Not only that, your eye contact is very good, as well as you use hand gestures effectively. And not only that, your voice is clear. Your facial expressions are very good. For any speeches, there should have point to there should need to mention point to further improvements. So I like to give small suggestions for you. If you can stand up and do your speech, then you can then we can see your body language effectively, because then you can use your left hand side of the screen effectively. Then your speech will it will give more power to your speech. But so try to use this point for next speech. But overall speech is very good. All the best. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Danusi. I see Tanisa really taking all in. And I want to also make an announcement. Danusi has been a Toastmaster for just very short period of time. And in fact, today is the very first time she's giving an evaluation immediately after the speech. So we want to give you a big round of applause. And thank you so much for stepping out of your comfort zone, Danusi. And certainly we would like to have you more often in our club. And because we are very strong and we are focused on evaluation, and we do believe we will add value to you as well. But today you certainly have won my heart, and certainly you have given so much. Thank you so much. Danusi, thank you. All right, now is the time for our speaker number 4. Speaker number 4 has gone through so much for the past few months. She has worked very hard for a project to bless the community of youth and also kids. And today she's managing her project successfully. And of course, she has been also putting a lot of effort to serve all the advanced #ArdentSpeakers members. And she's none other than our VP Education, Suisin. So Suisin, today you are attempting your second speech because you have really completed your project. And of course, to do the honor, I'm so happy that Simone Nash, our past district director from Taiwan, and also the DPRM Founders District right now, is able to sit and evaluate. So Suisin, take it away. Journey to victory, Suisin. Suisin, journey to victory.
Thank you so much. By the way, may I share the screen? Will you allow me to share the screen?
Yes, let me co-host you. And while I remove the spotlight in spotlight you and co-host. Yes. Good.
Okay, yes, I can share the screen now. Oh, okay, got it. Let me try, I can share it. I hope you can see the slide. Can you see the slide, everyone? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you, because I'm worried about that's why. So, hello, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Journey to victory. I believe that we all have our own journey. And I believe that, of course, we all are victor in our life. So now, let's hear the journey to victory of me. So today, we just finished our workshop. It's a collaboration with Journey to Victory Public Speaking for Children and Youths. We just finished our collaboration with Yangon Toastmaster Club. So here, this is our poster, and I am the educational influencer in this workshop, and also I am the organizer. So here, like you see, it's about speech crafting 101 workshop. Because I could learn this speech crafting in Malaysia, so I believe that like this is something valuable, and our people, Myanmar Toastmasters, and of course like our youth who are interested in public speaking and delivering the speeches, they really need to know this, how to craft a speech. So for this workshop, we did have like very amazing team. It's our Teamsters. There were some role players for this workshop. They are our MC and our acting president, Toastmaster Sue, because our president is in Bangkok. So we just like, our MC and acting president Sue. And next is educational influencer. And of course, I was also the evaluator of this workshop and also the organizer also. And next, our team rockstar role player is our timer and our acting SAA Toastmaster Hey. And next, our ballot counter and photographer is Toastmaster Young. So there were only 4 Toastmasters. And of course, we did this collaboration successfully today. Actually, there were 25 registered people. But today we did have like a few people, but it's okay. So here, this is our workshop agenda. It is, there are 4 sessions. The first session is educational session, and then a script writing session, and the third session is lucky speaking session. Because when we say lucky speaking, we all have to, they all have to draw the lots here. There are some things like they are also thank you. So if you get thank you, you don't have to speak. But if you get if they get the lots like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is the speaking order. They have to deliver a speech after the educational session and script writing session. So number 3 session is very exciting one for our participants, and the last is evaluation session. So yeah, educational session, we could share about 6 amazing key tips. 6 amazing key tips for all the participants. It is about like, number 1st stage is we have to know the purpose and the objectives of our speech. And then the 2nd tip is brainstorming stage. The 3rd stage is filtering stage. The 4th stage is categorizing stage. And the 5th stage is prioritizing stage. The last but not the least, the 6th stage is enjoying the writing. So we all have to write down the whole script. So after this educational session, we had like 10 minutes writing down the whole script for about 3 minutes. So yeah, of course, how can we write down within 10 minutes, right? So before the event, we announced that they have to prepare a 3-minute speech. So they already prepare a speech for 3 minutes, and when they come into the meeting, they have to write down the script after the educational session. And I also wondered that they all did write down very well. And then in the lucky draw session, they just like draw the lots, and 6 speakers amazingly delivered the speeches very well. And of course, at the end of the session, we did have the evaluation session so that they could learn more for some improvement, some other things also. So here, let's reflect, like after the whole workshop, let's reflect on what went well and what did not go well to improve the way we work for our team also. So yeah, what went well? Although it was like only 9 people in the meeting room, including me, 10 people, but the meeting was really alive because we all have the great energy and then active participation, and of course some exciting session like lucky draw session. And in the break time, we all had a great fun time by singing the song. So yeah, I believe that we all enjoyed the meeting. Although there were total 10 people, we had more speaking chances, and then we had fun and learning by singing, and of course by the lucky draw session. It was really exciting. And what went well, the most satisfying for me is like everybody like in the meeting just got the knowledge about these 6 amazing key tips how to write a speech. So this is really went well for me and for our participants also. They could learn from this session. And of course, they delivered their speech very well within 3 minutes by using intro, body, conclusion, and also like having the message. Although some of the people are not Toastmasters, so they could deliver it very well. So this really went well, and the whole meeting was within time, and time management also very well. So with great energy, with great time management, and with great speech delivery, so it went well. And so what did not go well to improve for us? So I could say that like actually there were 25 registered, but only 10 people could attend the meeting. How about the other 15 people? So it didn't go well because I believe that because of the meeting venue, maybe it is like a little bit far from them, or it also can be like the bus they have to take is like very far, or something like they couldn't find the venue very well, they couldn't find the location very well. So this is the biggest challenge for us. Next time we have to think of like a very well-known place or a meeting room. So yeah, 15 people couldn't come and join the meeting because of the place, I believe. So next time we will change the location for our people to be more convenient and to join. So yeah, that's what I learned, and the rest it went really well. So let me show you how it went well. Here, this is the people who attended the meeting today. There were total 10 people, and yeah, many of the people could deliver a speech in front of the people, in front of the in front of the audience. And we also did some interview, and yeah, so received some good feedback from our participants. So what I learned from this is like journey to victory. If we really want to have a victory journey in our life, or maybe if we have a dream and we want to be alive our dream, what we have to do is the planning. We all need to have the strategic planning for in our journey. So this is very important. And the second important thing is we need to have the very great team support. Of course, we know that we cannot do alone everything. We cannot do everything alone. We need to have the team support, and we need to know who is time's up. Sorry, I couldn't see well. So yeah, we need to know, we need to have the very great team and then support from our team. And next is the outcomes, the result. If it didn't go well, we need to reflect again. If it went well, we need to celebrate our achievement. So thank you so much, and back to you, our DT and Patricia.
Thank you. Because it's not a contest, so don't worry about it. We know you are so passionate about your project. And I'm really, really grateful that you went through the journey. So, ladies and gentlemen, or folks, go ahead and send Suisin your encouraging words and your messages. And while doing that, I shall now gladly hand the control over to my most beloved sister. She has been so amazing to serve people. This is what I learned from her always. So let's give a big round of applause to our past district director, Simone Nash. Over to you, Simone.
Thank you very much, Patricia. And thank you to our speaker. I love your enthusiasm. Your energy really shines. And so I have some experience with conducting speechcraft programs. So I really felt like I was with you. And I loved how you, first of all, you in the beginning, you talked about yourself as an educational influencer. And of course, you were the organizer. I thought that was very nice. And you talked about what the need was, the purpose for having this workshop. So you said the young people needed to know how to craft a speech. And then you introduced the team. I guess you introduced the team already in your first speech, but you ran through it again today. And then you went through step by step with us in a very logical way, also introducing the different workshop main focus. When the timing came to 5 minutes, you started on the reflection. So this is what you learned from the project. And I liked how you separated into what went well, which was the actual workshop sessions went very smoothly, which is great, had active participation. And then the opportunity for improvement, you mentioned that the reason possibly for the lower actual participation, numbers of participation, was maybe because of the venue. So I learned a lot from your speech. I felt like I was almost there because of your very vivid descriptions. Now, this project managed your project successfully. This is the second speech. And so I was looking for perhaps, I know you did the reflection. I was looking for perhaps what did you learn as a leader, because you had a team. And what did you learn as a leader? Because it's not easy, first of all, recruiting the right people and then getting them all ready to go and then actually executing. So this is something I'm very curious about. How did you feel as a leader? Again, you could talk about what went well, what you could perhaps do better as a leader, and whether you had conducted like a lessons learned meeting with your team. So this is a meeting that you have after your last session. Well, I guess you only finished your session today, right? So you still have the opportunity to do that. Hold a lessons learned meeting, and I'm sure that you'll learn a lot from all the feedback and discussion. So all in all, very, very well organized project, sounds like, and I'm glad you did the reflection in your speech. And my suggestions is tell us more about what you learned as a leader, and then please go ahead and do a lessons learned meeting. Back to you, Patricia.
Yay. Thank you so much, Simone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So with this, we have completed our Power of Toastmasters 99 within 99 minutes. I'm sure we're going to end on time, but I'm so grateful that we have also amazing speeches followed by very, very insightful evaluation. I wasn't speaking, but I learned so much. And so to all of you, if you learned a lot too, let's put your heart emoji. Okay. Put your heart emoticon. Thank you. And Helena will be taking the photo. And we also want to recognize all our speakers, evaluators, and certainly role players. I want to thank everybody for taking your personal time to bless all of us, especially to Jay and Sham, who are actually preparing for the Deepawali celebration. And Tanisa left because she has got to prepare something for tomorrow. So go ahead and take a photo right now, and let's spend the.
Okay, let's turn on a video, everyone.
Yes.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, let me check whether. Okay. Yeah, I think this is.
Oh my God.
Right.
Sorry. I'm like giving a sound effect now.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we want to recognize our speakers. So I'm going to spotlight all the speakers today. So speakers, we have Mariana. You are our keynote speaker. We are so grateful to have you. So we may call you again for a different session because I know there's so much to talk about nutrition. Good. Yeah. Helena, can you show the cert for the speaker?
Wait.
Yeah, take your time.
All right, while Helena is preparing, may I just do the timer's report?
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations to everyone because you are all presenting your speech and your evaluation within time. The only one that was too excited and too enthusiastic to share with us her experience, her rich experience, and what she learned from her experience. Unfortunately, slightly over time a bit, she used 8 minutes 59 seconds. Oh. Nonetheless, I love her sharing, so I can accept the overtime. That's my sharing.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Daphne. And also a big shout out to Daphne for doing so many things. Okay, so Helena, if you're able to share the slide, the speaker slide, the speaker of the night.
So I'm a bit struggling because the Zoom is
Can I do that?
probably because I have downloaded the latest box.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I need to actually.
Speaker of the night.
Where's the sharing? Oh, there it is. It's still the same place. Sorry, my bad. Okay, can you see this? This is the right one, right? Pat?
Yes, speaker of the night. Yeah, this is the right one.
All right. Okay, then maybe wait. I need to.
So Helena is sharing screen. Who do the screenshot? Let me.
Yeah, can someone do the screenshot? There are 4. Wait.
Yeah, I think I'll do lah. But you need to share it in.
Share what?
Yeah, I think like this would be fine.
Okay. Is it possible to enlarge it a bit?
Enlarge what
the poster?
Yeah.
The certificate of participation.
Am I doing it?
Oh yeah.
Just nice.
I don't know whether that this is actually allowed, but
yeah, it worked.
Okay, now we need to spotlight.
Yeah, I think
I spotlighted all of you.
Oh, everyone.
More.
Just 4 of you because Tanisa went already.
All right. I'll do the screenshot.
Okay. Yes. Finger gesture.
Okay.
Good.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. I'll share this. Unshare. Okay.
Good. And let's move to the evaluator.
Pat Sharma is away again. She's not here.
Okay. So you will represent.
Do we have for the evaluator, do we have the certificate as well?
Yeah, we do. Evaluator, we have.
No, I saw it. Sorry. My bad.
Yes. Never mind. Why don't we do the role player first then?
Yeah.
That Sham is not here.
Role
players, we will have myself and also Daphne. The role players, yeah, just.
Okay. I spotlight the wrong video of.
Okay, let me share screen. I hope this is the right one. Okay, the role players of the night, right? This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. put it larger.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, done.
Thank you. Wow, that was fast. Last but not least, yes, the evaluator.
Let me, the evaluator.
It's only Jai or Jay.
I'm so concerned for you, Patricia. I've never heard you sound like this.
Okay, now
I
I'm
know.
sharing it. Sharing now.
Thank you.
Okay, this one, right?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, is this okay?
I think we need to enlarge a bit.
Okay, is this okay?
Mm.
All right.
Yeah. Let's put Mariana inside as well because she's our keynote. Spotlight Mariana as well. Oh, this is a role player, we need to go to the evaluator one.
Yeah. Just not already done with role
Sorry.
player, right?
Okay, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Shared the wrong one.
Poster.
Wait. Just now I think I got it right. Or guess maybe it's moving. Okay, now I'm sharing it.
Okay, I'm gonna wear my glasses.
Perhaps I click on something. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, evaluator. That's nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Done.
Wow, that was fast. Thank you so much. Thank you. So with this marks the end of our Power and Toastmasters of 99. Thank you. And of course, before we go, we'll just take some feedback from all of you because it's still being recorded. So I think it's important to also acknowledge all of your takeaway as well. So we would like to spotlight everyone. And let's start with Mariana, you'll be the final one. We certainly want to hear from you. And also let's hear from Sui Sing. Hello, Sui Sing.
Hey everyone, hi. Yes.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel really great, but a little bit like just finished the workshop today and I talk a lot. I also didn't see the timer, so oh my God, I really need to check the timer and for my time management. But today I feel so happy because the workshop went very well. Although 9 people, the workshop went very smoothly and also like a lot of energy in the meeting, and we feel very happy. After the meeting, we made the salad and we all ate together here.
Wow.
So, it's really
So you're able to
amazing.
share. Yeah, you're able to share your success. Great. Helena, how about you? What do you think of today's meeting? You managed to get your project done.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I just prepared the speech. Today I just gave you the title. I was thinking about the title yesterday. I couldn't draft any speech. Already did it a few hours before the meeting because I'm running around here and there. So yeah.
Do you like this additional?
Yeah, I think it helps for us to complete our goals.
Helps with the speeches, right? Yeah. How about you, Daphne?
Well, it's interesting because I have to do the dual role. And
a lot of roles.
Yeah, just a little, still manageable. And it actually challenged me because it is not the normal meeting time for us. Then, but interesting.
Good. Thank you so much for being very participated. Great job. Thank you. And Jay, so you have to represent Sham as well.
Well, what can I say? First of all, I learned today that you can hover over a toilet seat using an umbrella. I might want to try that at an airport or a train station in India, because very often they are not the ideal places to visit. I enjoyed the meeting overall. I absolutely loved and learned so much from Mariana sharing today about nutrition and the water. I believe she mentioned 10 cups of water at least every day, and I'm going to keep that in mind and start implementing in my life. Thank you so much for the sharing. Thank you so much for all of your participation, everybody. And of course, it was lovely to meet all of you today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So action plan, right? If you see the agenda, yes, there's an action plan. So I also want to encourage all of you to put your action plan for Jai is certainly drink more water. For myself, I think I have to pay extra attention not to neglect my physical body. It's not difficult, but it's just that being mindful of it. So go ahead and type your action plan for the coming week so that we all picked up something, we all learned something. It can be anything, all right? So Mariana, certainly has been a great joy to have you to inspire our members and also our overseas members. We did not do a lot of marketing. That's why today is very intimate. We want to keep it this way so that we are free to be ourselves and speak our mind and really help one another to grow. So Mariana, share with us your willingness to come, because for you it's so early, but then you also did so much for all of us. And where does your drive come from? Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to spread my ideas, because nutrition and health is my passion and I can talk about it morning to evening. So if you give me a spot, I can talk forever for you. And there is so many things that we don't know and so much information out there, which some of them great and some of them not so great. And I like to clarify certain things. And as I mentioned last night, we met that I believe in simplicity. So our body is really complicated, but the solution to our problems with our body is usually very simple. Sometimes it's just a couple of glasses of water. So thank you for the opportunity. And I learned as well, like I agree, China was never on my list of go-to countries, but now I want to go there. Because you painted it so nicely. I really know I'm rethinking this whole no visit to China. And I love the enthusiasm of the meeting. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a great joy. So I'm not going to keep anyone holding any longer as well. But before we end, if possible, can we just play a Diwali song or an Indian song to end the night? And feel free to leave because I'll be the final one to leave. But with this, yes, we have another date, which is December the 12th. And the reason is because we want to have more opportunities for our own club members to speak and to hear different evaluations from great evaluators like all of you. So keep that in mind, 12 December. So it's intentionally 11, 11, 12, 12. I'm not sure whether there's going to be 1, 1, but let's just mark your calendar for 12, 12 if you are available. Sham, welcome back. You just came back.
Yeah.
So we certainly want a few words from you, Sham. Yeah.
I apologize that I couldn't stay for the whole meeting and I missed so many good, I'm sure so many good speeches. I was just having to help another friend and go for their open house. So it's like two things, like, you know, and I'm glad I was there for Daphne's speech. So all of you take care.
Happy Diwali, Sham and Jai.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Diwali song.
Thank you.
Daphne,
Thank
can
you
do
very
that?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just share
Oh, my
sound.
praise is all firework and firecrackers.
Oh, wow. Yes. So here, Mariana, because we are celebrating the Deepavali, so a lot of places they'll have fireworks and all that.
Yep. Same here in India.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah.
It started.
By the way, Pat, it's called the Festival of Lights, and it's supposed to provide you a lot of abundance of health, happiness, and wealth. We wish all of you good health and happiness.
Let there be light.
Let there be, yes,
in
light.
areas of darkness in your life.
Yep.
Let there shine light.
Yes,
Mariana, I'm so sorry I didn't hear your speech. It's something that is close to my heart, nutrition. It's like I'm not getting enough of it, or I'm depriving myself of good nutrition. I have a soft spot for sweets.
Well, that's okay, as long as you make it for yourself, so you know the ingredients. The problem with sweets, when you go to the store, get a big cake, and you don't even know what's in there.
Yep. Yeah.
I make chocolate, and it's delicious.
Yeah, me too.
My language.
Good. All right. So thank you so much. Herlina, are you able to share some song? Or otherwise it's fine.
Thanks,
Good
everyone.
night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Pat. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Stop the recording.